Welcome to episode 108 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Saturday's episode, people, but it is Sunday. Sunday, the 17th of May, 2020. And we are gradually clawing our way back into doing the Tuesdays and the Saturdays. I'm a day late, 24 hours. Hopefully, we can keep this up, people. It's exciting times, people. We're clawing it back, gradually climbing up that fucking cliff of things to say. Lockdown's still going on, obviously, lockdown this, lockdown that. Everyone's turning on the government now. So people are like starting to get fucking pissed off, revolution, etc. I can see a sort of V for Vendetta scenario going to go on. Maybe Guy Fawkes had it right all those years ago. Just blow the fucking place up, see how it goes. I don't know. I thought it'd get more mental than this. I planned for the ultimate mental fucking scenario, buying a crossbow and a big fucking knife. I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed, people. I don't know. I thought by now I'll be the chief of my own tribe. Ordering executions, that sort of thing. But no. I'm still just queuing up at the supermarket for food, or queuing up at the fucking post office to post some shit back that I've bought that I didn't really need, and then thought better of it afterwards. How many mistakes have you made buying stuff during the lockdown? Oh, man. I've been buying stuff on a whim and then sending it back, getting that anxious feeling in my stomach like I need it to complete my life. And then when it comes, going, no, I don't know. I'm not getting rid of the Boba Fett helmet I bought, that's for sure. I ordered that back in January and it came. It came this weekend, people. And I am more than happy with my Boba Fett Black Series helmet. I know. You want to rob me, you're going to be confronted by a guy in a Boba Fett helmet and a fucking crossbow. That's the way I saw my apocalypse going. Definitely. This lockdown, I thought it'd all go to shit. I'm walking around in a Boba Fett helmet with a fucking big knife and a crossbow. That's how you get respect, people. I thought, finally, I can have a little bit of respect from people just by the mere use of violence. I was adopting America's foreign policy there, or our own foreign policy. Hey, let's not whitewash over the crimes that the British government have done. Anyway, so I'm still chipping along. I hope you're all okay and not dead. That would be, I need the listenership, people, don't we? We all do. That's how much I care about you people. I don't want you to die so you can keep listening, or if you do die, the last thing you do is just get one of your friends or family to subscribe to the podcast, and then there's a nice little continuation there, which, you know, you get to live on in the afterlife. Don't I don't know what the fuck I'm on about today. I ain't lying to you people. I'm starting to lose it a little bit. Let's have a bit of tea, see if we can get back on track. There we go. I have, since I last spoke to you on Friday, I have done very little, people, working 9 to 5, as they say. But I watched, I've been film watching, basically, hammering the old Netflix. I've watched, I don't know if you've seen this, but I watched Trial by Media, which is, it takes various cases of fucking horrendous crimes and then puts the spin on how the media sort of like manipulated that, and not only the outcome, but like the fucking the whole reportage of the fucking horrendous crimes. I've watched a couple of episodes of that. I watched the first one, which is about a guy who went on the Jenny Jones show. I remember this happening, by the way. They were a big thing. Are these shows still on TV now? I don't know, all those shows like Jenny Jones, and we never got Jenny Jones in the UK, but I remember hearing the story. We got Jerry Springer, and we had our own shitty fucking, we had the Jeremy Kyle show, obviously, that is now dead because somebody topped themselves afterwards through embarrassment or humiliation, or just like a multi-millionaire just screaming and bear baiting fucking poor people, which is what it was. But I tell you what, it was fucking good entertainment. If you were a student and you watched that, I fucking doff my cap to you. Yeah, we had like the Jeremy Kyle show. I think he did a US show as well, US listeners or listeners around the world. You might be aware of that. We also had Trisha as well, who was sort of like an early days sort of like Oprah. She had weird shit on her TV show. And then you had before that, you had things like The Time, The Place, I think, was that it? And you had Kilroy as well, which was it was a less humiliation sort of thing. It was more of a debate sort of show. And then it all got watered down into fucking, it all gets spun, doesn't it? Into those sort of like headline making fucking episodes. I fucked my sister and she had a baby, and now that baby's marrying fucking second cousin who's an orangutan. Something like that. I don't know. There's probably an episode very much like that, isn't it? I'm a white supremacist, but I drown babies. But I don't know. And got away with it for years. I don't know. I'm just picking these subjects off the top of my head. This is the sort of things I pick off the top of my head, people. This is a bit of improv. I'm gonna do a little bit of improv for you now, guys. Fucking hell. Amount of times I've heard that. So the episodes I've watched, the first one was like a Jenny Jones thing, and it was My Secret Crush. And it turned out that they rang the guy up who's got somebody with a secret crush on him, and they said, "Hey, it could be a guy, could be a girl, who knows? Come out on national TV and fucking find out." I mean, to do that in the first place, he must have been aware of the Jenny Jones show. So, like, if you get invited on a show like Jerry Springer or fucking, I don't know, like the Jeremy Kyle show over here in Britainland, you've got to think to yourself, oh, fucking hell, something's fucked up. Something's coming out of the woodwork from me past, isn't it? So this guy goes on there going, hey, this is nice. There's bright lights and shit like that. And there's two of his friends sitting there, one guy, one girl, and it's the guy who's got a crush on him or whatever. And he seems to take it in sort of like good spirit, like like he just laughs, and there's an awkward sort of like hug thing and stuff like that, which is fair enough, isn't it? Guys are going to fancy guys, and that's perfectly fine. The guys seem to take it all right. And then killed the gay guy like about 3 weeks later. So probably didn't take it that well. But it's all about that whole court case that happened and whether the Jenny Jones show was culpable for the homicide, as they say in the US. And it was fucking really interesting how, sort of like, obviously how it happened. I think there was a little bit of taunting going on from the gay guy afterwards or whatever. I mean, you just fucking leave it. I think the straight guy who had who was the crusher, whatever, who had the crush on him was had a few fucking mental issues as well. I mean, look, you'd check that out first of all, wouldn't you? I mean, if you're having a secret crush on somebody and it was, not everyone's going to take that well, are they? Like everybody's got their own fucked up thing. Like I think he'd had like a dad who was massively, massively homophobic and made a massive thing about how he was humiliated on TV and stuff. He's got mental issues as well. Anybody who you say who you have a crush on these days, I would recommend having a psych report done after watching this. Just in case they go a bit fucking mental and end up like shooting you in the fucking doorway of your home. But the whole thing was whether it was actually the Jenny Jones show just fucking doing that human bear baiting shit, winding people up and stuff, which eventually led into the murder. But he looked uncomfortable. The straight guy looked uncomfortable on TV, but he seemed to take it well, and then must have gone home, talked to his dad about it, who said, I think he even said, his dad said, the only way he can get out of this is to kill him, which makes him more culpable, surely, than the Jenny Jones show. But yeah, it was the guy who was representing the prosecution and stuff like that. That's quite interesting, sort of like the way they were talking about the case as well. I mean, it was all of those shows. I don't, as I say, I don't really watch terrestrial TV anymore. So I don't watch all of those shows that were like on ITV. You didn't get them on the BBC or anything. But they were mainly on ITV, Channel 4, I think. And in the morning, sort of like just before this morning, that's what they do. That's what people in the UK used to wake up to. We wake up, we watch the news, we like a little bit of human bear baiting, then we'll go into something easy and nice, bit of cookery with Richard and fucking Judy, as it was then, and now Philip and fucking Holly. So that's what we like. But yeah, it was an interesting thing where it just like showed the media spin on it and the true cunts that they fucking are at times. Let's have a little bit of tea again. Sorry about this. I'm a little bit dry, a little bit parched today. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you can see all of these things. You know how these things perpetuate even today. Like with the manipulation of the media and stuff. Like even this week, you can see that how the media tries to fucking have a little firestorm, create a little fucking firestorm. So like to get action, do it. Like with the teachers don't want to go back to work. That's the thing. Or they do want to go back to work. But like one of the papers this week I saw, it said, let our teachers be heroes. Fucking. I mean, fuck's sake, man. NHS heroes, yeah. It's like the teachers are in the background going, like, what about us, though? Are we still heroes because we stay up late and mark and stuff? Is that okay? Are we still heroes? No, you're not. Not anymore. Get back to work, you fucking lazy fuckers. But we are working from home. I'm available on Zoom between fucking 9 o'clock and... It's not quite the same, is it, than working with fucking people with a fucking virus who are fucking dropping like flies. But I'm available on Zoom between 9 and 3:30. Can I have my little medal, please? You know, I mean, come on. I don't know. I've always got a thing with teachers anyway. Like they sort of like went all through school and then thought, oh, I don't know what to do with my life. I know, I'll stay in the education system because I know that. I know I'm making sweeping statements here, people. I know teachers go above and beyond. I'm not sure they do, really. I've heard horror stories about teachers during this fucking thing about being rung up to do something, and then somebody said, the teacher said, oh, I can't do that right now because I'm busy at home. You're meant to be fucking working. I'm sure there's teachers out there, you know, like they're doing fucking food things and meal vouchers and that, but that's not all of them, is it? You know, you can't tell me that's all the teachers are diligently fucking, like fucking Florence Nightingale staying up marking shit and that sort of thing. From the kids, from people I know that have got kids, teachers are essentially just saying, email this shit, and then, you know, I personally agree with the fact that kids shouldn't really go back to school. I know the government, but that's probably just my anti-government stance, revolution, etc. I don't know. But I don't think they really ought to go. I don't see the fucking point in them going back to school. I haven't got kids, obviously. So this is based on nothing at all but my own fucking strong opinions, which possibly may change at some point, even within the next sentence. Who knows? You know me by now. But I don't think the kids ought to go back to school. It's what is it now? It's fucking May, isn't it? It's like towards the tail end of May. You know, you got June. What, you're going to go back for a month, and there's a spike in the fucking deaths again. Kids getting sick, teachers getting sick, and stuff like that. Keep them off until September. I know the government wants them back because they want the economy up and running and get those parents out, baby. Get your parents out to work and we'll babysit your kids and teach them some shit they won't remember when they get older. I don't know. Well, that's basically it. I don't remember half of the shit when I was at school. I have never needed to work out the area of the inside of a triangle, ever. Isosceles or whatever. You know, equilateral, was that it? Those fucking things, getting them from the back of my brain and bringing them forward. I've never, sine, cosine, whatever, I know how to use a calculator, fucking log on to the internet, write material, and fucking fuck about and relate to people. That's probably the skills I took from school. One of the main skills I took from school was I know how to work out a cunt and what to do with them. That's basically it. And they didn't teach that in lessons. I learned that in break time and lunchtime. And after school at times as well. How to look after yourself. Fucking hell. Fighting down the horseshoe. Western Fable. 92. Be there. Yeah, so, I don't know. They just seem to be whinging and stuff like that a little bit about it. I don't know. They're not doing a lot. It's the whole hero fucking worship thing where they want to be included as well. And I know they're working like 9 till 3 on Zoom, but there's fucking people working from home from 8 o'clock in the morning till fucking 8 o'clock at night. They're working from home, between those hours. I know you're doing your fucking lesson plans and shit like that and you're available, but there's people actually doing jobs stuck on a phone for fucking 12 hours working from home or something like that. I don't think, this whole hero worship thing of teachers or whatever pales into insignificance next to fucking NHS workers and other fucking workers, supermarkets, etc. Who knows? Maybe I've got a reason behind that. Who knows? So the teachers have been kicking off a little bit. The media has been trying to manipulate the public opinion that teachers ought to go back. Certain newspapers, anyway, certain other newspapers have fucking, they've all got their fucking own agenda, haven't they, newspapers? It's never just a subjective look at things, is it? Everything's got a fucking angle on it, isn't it? Whether it's supporting the political stance of that newspaper or not, or against the government, for the government, whatever. Everybody's trying to fucking chalk up their little brownie points. I don't know. And then, obviously, you've got the teachers kicking off about that. And then you've got the fucking... all the protesters in London as well, who are now seem to be the 21st century Holocaust deniers, as we shall call them. Let's have some more tea before we start this bit. Holy fucking shit. What are we on, actually? It's fucking 19 minutes, man. I've been fucking rambling on the last couple of episodes, haven't I? Bit of Yorkshire tea there. Let's get something off the fucking mic. Anyway, we've had very much like San Diego, I think it was, in the States, Why do we always follow America? Why can't we protest first? I don't know. It's like we look at America and go, they've just done that. We'll do this as well, shall we? So like in the States or any other, I don't know, any other countries out there, if you're getting fucking idiots doing this as well, let me know, because I have no idea. Our news service is very either Americanized or obviously Britishized, or a little bit in Europe. But I know we get listeners in like Taiwan, India and stuff like that. I imagine nobody is breaking the lockdown rules and fucking protesting in India after they had the fucking whipping in the streets or whatever they were doing. That's, I don't know, that's the difference, isn't it? That's our freedom there. People exercising their free democratic right to get out, even though it's against the law now, and huddle together, but they're not getting beaten in the streets. They just, it's like a little bit in this country, these protesters are acting like the little wimpy kid at school who's got a big fucking hard older brother. They know, like, the government aren't going to fucking knock him out. So the little wimpy kid at school gets mouthy with everybody because he knows his fucking brother is going to fucking protect him. Like the law, the law is going to protect. What are you going to do with your little stick? Just wave it at me. So they're right in the face of the fucking police. I just, I'm not a huge, massive fan of the police, but I wanted to see one of these fucking middle-class cunts tasered at least. At the very least. Come on. Yeah, so we've had the protesters in London who, sorry about that, we had the protesters in London who are basically saying it's all a load of bullshit, this coronavirus thing. Hey, man, it's a government construct or whatever. 30,000 people dead now. But, people I am aware of, people who are related to people who I know or whatever have died from this. But no, because it hasn't affected my middle-class life. And from what I could see, it was mainly middle-class people. I didn't see any hoodies. I didn't see any fucking sweat tops, any sports gear or anything like that. I saw a lot of tweed and a lot of fucking pastel colours, baby. So I imagine it was middle-class people there who want to get back to work because, they've got 3 houses or 4 houses or whatever. There was a lot of bikes there. Working-class people wouldn't go to a protest on a bike because, as a working-class person, not to fucking leave a bike anywhere because it'll get stolen in the area you live. So it looked pretty much like middle-class people just protesting and saying that the coronavirus is a hoax and it's a government conspiracy and all, People have been in lockdown too long, fucking on the internet, listening to fucking David Icke or whatever. I don't know, it's the lizard people, baby. So we've had that, these modern-day Holocaust deniers, who, I know, not to trivialise the Holocaust there, fucking trivialising the Holocaust. There is 30,000 people dead, in this country because of it, and they're denying that fact. So, there is parallels, baby. It's just a matter of numbers. But anyway, so we've all had that shit going on, haven't we? You always get that, don't you? Well, after a while, people are just getting pissed off and thinking too much, and then thinking about, what can I do to do this? That's not going to fucking change anything, is it? All you're going to do is possibly get coronavirus by being out in fucking big groups without any masks on. There was a couple of people there in masks on as well, which I thought, if it's a hoax that you're doing, that you believe it to be, and it's all made up, why the fuck are you wearing a mask? I don't think you're too confident in your argument there, baby. So we've had all of that going on now. As soon as they start loosening up things now, like people are want it to get back to normal, just wait it out. Or, it's Darwin's theory of evolution. They're going to be fucking wiped out. Maybe that could be the thing. Maybe it's not such a bad thing that these fucking idiots are protesting. Get them in a fucking group like that. Get somebody in there. Push somebody in there. Just fucking push a fucking coronavirus, somebody in a bed, in a hospital bed. They've got fucking wheels on them, straight through the middle of them, just coughing from side to side, just handing it off. 2 weeks' time, bang. Nobody more is protesting and everybody can get on with the fucking lockdown and hopefully, I mean, you're going to have a little bit of spike in the old fucking numbers for a week, but hey, eventually it might work out a little bit better. I don't fucking know. That's one way to deal with the protest, I suppose. What are we on? Let's have a little look. 25 minutes, people. Fucking hell. What I was going to, I did also watch a couple of films today. I'll mention them a little bit. I watched Onward, the little Pixar film or whatever. That was all right, innit? They're all pretty much the same Pixar films. They're feel-good movies, aren't they? And I watched The Call of the Wild, which apparently, so I've been told, is a famous book. I'm not fucking aware of it. From the dog's perspective, apparently. He's a domesticated dog who eventually goes and fucking fucks off and lives with wolves, and it's got something to do with the fucking freedom of that innate sort of like freedom searching that we have in all of us. Dogs don't have to work 9 till 5, do they? They have a fucking easy life anyway. Why would you want to fucking, they get fed, maybe there's an underlying fucking thing about domesticating dogs and that. Hey, they've got an innate nature to be wild and fucking wolves and that sort of thing. I actually quite like the film, to be fair. I know. It made me, because, as I've mentioned before on the podcast many moons ago, possibly last week's episode, I don't know. I don't know. Time is fucking irrelevant at the minute because it's all set in the Yukon Valley, innit? And I still have a fucking longing, very much like Buck the dog in this, to just go fucking wild. As soon as I can fucking grow a beard, that's it. I'm selling up, moving to the Yukon, panning for gold. I'm going to have a dog that's going to make mates with fucking wolves and shit, and then I'm there. I don't know. But I enjoyed the film. Anyway, it's meant to be from the dog's perspective or whatever, but, like, obviously the book is. I haven't read the book, but I've been told that's from the dog's perspective. I don't know. I mean, like, it's obviously not realistic with regards to being from the dog's perspective. It's not like thinking, I'm going to have something to eat and then I'm going to try and fuck his leg. That's what dogs do, people. That's all they think about, eating and fucking people. That's it. Fucking people, fucking anything, don't they? I myself suffer from this. This is confession. Well, it's not. Not that it's not a confession at all. I have some sort of weird thing where all dogs seem to want to fuck me. I don't know what it is. I'm just sexy to dogs. That's probably it. Maybe I'm, the wrong species. Maybe I give up some sort of fucking pheromone. I don't know. But every dog, they start the same way, don't they? They all start the same way, getting friendly. They want to be petted. And the next minute they've done that thing with their fucking front legs that don't bend properly. So they're just like straight round the leg, and then you just see you just a waft. You just feel the waft of the penis just trying to fucking nail your knee, and it never hits you know, because you're fighting the dog off, don't you? Nobody ever lets them just shag their leg, do they? If that's ever happened, that person should be outed as a pervert. I don't know. Let's get what are we on? We haven't done any news stories for the last couple of episodes, so we might have to leave that off, baby, because it's like 29 minutes now. But I enjoyed that film. I would thoroughly recommend watching that film, and there's something nice about like a domesticated animal, like finding its inner sort of like, its inner wildness and being free and that sort of thing. Maybe there's sort of like, I enjoyed it that much because there's parallels towards our own lockdown situation now. Maybe I'm like a domesticated buck at the moment, and then I just want to run off with wolves and like fuck wolves and have babies with wolves. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what it's coming to? That's it. I'm going to just venture out. One day I'm just going to go missing. Cellar, that's it. I'll be in the Yukon with my crossbow and my fucking Boba Fett fucking helmet. And I don't fucking know, people. Anyway, we have smashed out half an hour. That is episode 108. 108. If you want to contact me at all, it is just podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. The videos are up of each one of these. The videos are up on YouTube and on the Facebook page, which is at the Ben Briggs podcast on Facebook, and on the YouTube page, it's just Ben Briggs comedian YouTube or whatever. If you search for that, you'll fucking find it. It is the next episode will possibly be on Tuesday, but mainly Wednesday, I think. It gives me a little bit of time, and then we can catch up for next Saturday, and then we're fucking rocking and rolling, baby. Back on target. Have a good start to your week, motherfuckers. I shall be back on Wednesday with the next exciting episode of the Ben Briggs podcast. Take care till then. All right. Goodbye.